So now suppose I'm a part of a support team and I have received this email from a customer that their order has been waiting for 30 minutes and it's late and they want to know the issue. For me as a support person, I have to go to the list of articles for these kind of common queries, the list of FAQs or something like that. So how I can make my job easy without having to go and navigate to various applications, pull the data and then reply back. Instead, I want something at a single click. It should work in the background and get that data for me with the help of ChatGPT, or I would say AI Copilot mod of PixieBrix are going to achieve this. Let me click F12, and remember guys, this is Gmail just for demonstration purposes. It can be any web application, your ServiceNow or Zendesk or any application which is used by support team. In the left pane, you can see I have got a built-in templates because I have enabled those templates. You can also go to PixieBrix marketplace and use those templates so that they will be always available for you to start from as a boilerplate code. But for this demo, I'm going to build it from scratch. So let me add context menu. Why context menu? Because we want to add the action over here in a menu. So let me add a context menu here. I need to give name of the context menu. Let me give it as a AI Copilot. So this is name which is internal to the application, and this name is the label which is going to appear. I can add a funky little icon over here, maybe a bot icon. And now what this context menu will do, it will look for the Gmail application, and on this Gmail application it would be available for us. For example, let me save this, and when I right click on this text and go to PixieBrix, see, it's available, AI Copilot. And if I'll go to any other application, if I change the URL, it won't be available because here we have specified it should be available this URL. If I remove this and I mark this as available at all URL, it would be available for all of the URLs. Moving on to the next step. So what I have done is I have collected the list of FAQs and pasted it over here in the Google Sheet. So what I'll be doing is I'll be integrating this Google Sheet over here, and that's where I need to add a brick lookup Google Sheet row, and here I need to give my Google account and the reference of the sheet. So in this sheet I have a questions and their respective answers. This data we are going to feed to a ChatGPT as a prompt. If the question is similar to this, these kind of response should be given. So we are kind of giving training data to ChatGPT model. So let me go here back and let me select my Google account. So Google Drive private, and let me select the sheet which is Drizzly FAQs, and the tab name is sheet 1, which is by default. And now let me try to run this. If I save this and let me hover here and run this AI Copilot, that's what we name it. And here you can see the output. There are 68 items which are loaded. If we expand one of the item, that is placing an order category, this is the section, this is the question, this is the answer. So everything we have got it. So now this data, this Google Sheet, whatever is there in the Google Sheet, we need to pass it to ChatGPT. How to do that? We have a brick for that. So let me add that brick as well. Now before that, what I would like to do is I would like to filter the rows, the title of the rows, and store them in one of the variables. For that I would need a JSON processor. Let me simply type JSON, and here I got JQ JSON processor. Let me add that. Here in the step name we'll leave it as is, and in the filter criteria I'll need to write a filter criteria, filter expression, and in data it would be @row, which is coming from Google Sheet row, the above brick. Let me save this. Now we can go ahead and add another brick for chat response with ChatGPT. Let me search that ChatGPT, and here we go, create chat response with ChatGPT. I'll add it. Once you add it, you have to give a configuration here, which is, for us it is pre-populated. I'll leave that add as it is. I'll just rename the output variable to ChatGPT output, and over here we need to add the message. So we need to add an item with property, role and content. So in role, I'd select system, and in content I will be giving a prompt to ChatGPT. So I have already copy pasted that. In case you want to read that out, I'll put this prompt in description as well, so that you can copy paste and use it for your demo. So what I'm saying here, you are a AI knowledge base article recommender. Here are the titles of the knowledge base article, and I'm joining those, and then I'm saying provide just the most relevant article title to the customer support ticket which is provided, and no other text. If there is no article found, just return none. Now we need to configure one more property, which is user role, and the content here would be user selection. For example, @input dot selection text. Rest of the configurations will leave as it is. So now to hold the responses from ChatGPT, we would again need a JSON processor over here. Let me add a brick JQ JSON processor. Here I would need a filter expression again, and this would be my filter expression this time. We want to select a question. If it is matching, then we are filtering the data, and here in the data it would be the row variable. And let me change this variable as well, article object, and let me rename this also response. So now we have configured our flow, or we have built our flow in such a way that there is a context menu. When a user or when a support person would right click on this and invoke the brick, it will go and look for the data in the Google Sheet, and then it will extract the titles, and then it will pass those to ChatGPT, and then we'll get a response from ChatGPT, and everything will be stored in article object. Let's run this flow until now. The last step which is left over here is displaying the data, displaying the response from ChatGPT in the sidebar. We'll build that first. Let's test our flow until this step. So how to run this? I'll select the text for which I want to get the data, and then I'll go ahead and click this AI Copilot. This ran fine. So successfully, action ran successfully. How to see the output, whether it is generating the output properly or not? We can go here and click on output, and once you click on output, you get the data. In ChatGPT output, we have the data which says message as my order is running late. So this is our content, and then we haven't got any data yet. So let me see what's the problem. Oh yeah, we have got it. We need to click here in the response object. For this question, we've got the response from ChatGPT, and this is the response of the entire article. So we are good. Our flow is running fine. Now we need to configure the last step to display all this data in the sidebar. So let's add that. We want to display answer in sidebar. So sidebar display temporary information. So this brick is the brick that we want to use. Let it be the output variable info output. In the title and the location would be sidebar. In title we can have AI recommendation. Step name we can have display articles. When you display something in a sidebar, there are additional components. For example, body. How you want to render the body. Once you click on this render document, you get an example here. So this is how your document would be rendered. So for header, we want to click on header, and we want to give the title as AI recommendation. I'll want to lower it down the heading part. Let it be H3 or H4. For this text, I have already got the text prepared, so I'll just paste it down, and I'll have this for you as well, so that you can copy it from the description of this video. So what we are doing is here, this is the text that we want to display. We can also provide a button to copy that text, like copy to clipboard. For that, what we can do is we can go to this text panel and click here on the three dots and say add a button. So the button got added. We can click on the button and give a label like copy to clipboard C2C, since it's a copy to clipboard, and then we can set the style of the button. I prefer to keep it primary, and I want to have a full width of this button. It is so easy to configure elements using PixieBrix. So now the copy to clipboard button is added. Now we want, whenever someone clicks on copy to clipboard button, the entire content of this panel should get copied. So for that, what we need to do is we need to add a brick which says copy to clipboard. Let me add that, copy to clipboard, and in the content section I'll need to have the same content which we are having in that section. Okay, let me save this, and now let me run this. Hopefully it should work in one go and we should not face any issues. So how fast is it is, see how quickly it gave me the entire response. So the recommendation says, based on this input, based on this question or this query from the customer, these are the recommendations. It displayed the article link, it displayed the account order status, and then the rest of the content was also generated, and then the email ID to reach out, and then copy to clipboard button. So let me copy to clipboard and reply to the customer. I'll quickly send it across. And that's how fast is to build a PixieBrix component or a mod. Hope you have liked this video. In case you do, please subscribe to the channel. If you have any queries, please comment down. Happy automating. Thanks for watching.